Week 3 of the college football season is in the books, and we're already getting to that time frame where we're talking about a guy who's possibly going to get fired. There's meetings behind the scenes. We know that the boosters have the money to get rid of that guy, and we're here. And I love it. It's kind of like 2022 when we knew Scott Frost was going to get fired. We just didn't know when. I mean, this is where we at. It's Monday. It's time to overreact. Only on Overreaction Mondays. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Today I am the governor of college football. Yes, sir. The mayor of college football, aka Downtown Nino Brown. Yes, sir. If you aren't subscribed to our platform, you need to subscribe because every Monday we're giving people straight heat. We on deck at 6:15 with College Football Showdown. We give you an hour break so you can spend quality time with your family and eat food. And 8:15, we're live with Overreaction Mondays. A recording of a great show happens after that. And we got P2P tonight with the OGs, the people who showed me the ropes and showed me the game. Nino Boomer, we getting that tonight as well. Is that a recording, Nino? Am I spoiling it or are you guys gonna lie?
Let's see what happens.
Okay. Spoiler alert, my apologies, man. Welcome to another marvelous episode of Overreaction Monday. I am the governor of college football, and with me is a guy that needs no introduction, the mayor of college football, my guy, Downtown Nino Brown. This guy's a sicko. And sometimes you guys probably use the word sicko and y'all equate it with Jeffrey Dahmer. I mean it that way too, but just in a good way, like, because this guy's a grinder. Like, he just doesn't stop, man. You know how you been, bro?
I'm good, man. It's we're just out here doing our thing. It's Monday. I love Mondays. We get to talk football. And
yes,
this is a crazy world of football that we get to witness. And like I said, I read on the screen there, welcome to the circus, man.
Yeah, it truly is the circus. And you had a prediction right before the season started. You said this will be the most off chalk season that we will ever see. And so far, it's been so off chalk. I feel like last year I was on. You've been on in this off chalk. Yeah, I have not been on this off chalk. Yeah,
I've been off a few, but I've got a couple winners.
Yeah, but I mean, like, come on, UNLV though, like dead on. Hey. Memphis dead on. Like, I just feel like you're not missing at all. So let's get some rapid fire one-liners. Final score edition. Oregon defeated Oregon State 49-14 in the Civil War.
Better. Defense supplied pressure, didn't break no pipes. I need more. I still haven't seen Tez and Stewart coexist. Goes for 7 and 110, and then Stewart gets 3 for 26.
And you noted that after week one. Week one.
I need to see it. I said that Tez was going to be wide receiver 1. I'll stand on that just because he's capable. I think he's more versatile. I don't know if it's game plan. I don't know if it's Dylan Gabriel. I don't know if it's Evan Stewart. I was told that when I'm getting with Evan Stewart is I'm getting a baller. I haven't seen a baller yet. I need to see it.
I love it. Oh man, Nino's about to get crazy here. Georgia escapes Kentucky 13-12.
That South Carolina win speaks volumes of Kentucky.
It does.
Yo, Georgia just fell in the rankings and they won. They won. I'm going to tell you something right now. It's been about a decade. That Georgia rush defense is suspect.
Oh, Ole Miss defeats Wake Forest 40-6.
Holy Henry Parrish. Hot damn. 6 touchdowns and almost 300 yards in 2 weeks. Yikes. Hey, yo, by the way, I'm a Gamecocks fan, but for all the hype I heard about this Juice Wells train, Trey Harris continues to be wide receiver 1, and you can stand on that.
I got a little point to add here, and this section's always your section. You're the king of the one-liners, but Wake Forest, and they're a friend of the program, and I have to be on. Even though they're a friend of the program, we can go to Wake Forest whenever we like, and I truly appreciate it. But for them to do a 2-game bid, home, and then they were supposed to go to Oxford next year, to back out of that game was classless. They broke an unwritten rule. You're not supposed to do that. They came to your home. You're supposed to go to Oxford, Mississippi next year. That's not happening. So they got to go pay probably a team, and it'll probably be a group of 5 team like that. The money was already on the table for them to do that. I'm not a fan of that Wake Forest, and I thought that I mentioned this. This one I'm excited to hear because this is something else Nino was just dead on about. UNC defeats NC Central 45-10.
Amari and Hampton found the end zone finally. Not once, not twice, but 3 times, and he put up 200 plus yards. But oh yeah, that starting quarterback for the Tar Heels. What was his name, KT?
Criswell.
Oh, Criswell. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
was told there wasn't a chance in hell that this guy was going to play a game for
Mm-hmm.
UNC. Started week 3. Let's see. You don't say, huh? This dude didn't come back for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
He left, went to Arkansas, didn't sit the field, came back because they knew there was going to be a chance that they might have to go to the veteran, the guy who knew the playbook, they knew Mac Brown, and knew what they had there. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He might be the guy going forward.
When you said it initially, I'm like, "You sure, bro?" And I see it now. I'm like, "Yeah, it's all a part of Nino's plan. This is crazy." Kansas State defeat Arizona 31-7.
I made a post on X about this game. I went back and watched the game again, and I came up with right around 54% of Nova Feeder's passes or attempts or completions were first read attempts. First read,
really.
Over 50%, and it's noticeable now. Like if you start watching the game, he rolls out first read tap, first read throw the ball. Like he's not. I don't know, something ain't right with him. I don't know his injury or he's not comfortable in this new Arizona scheme. But I'm seeing a shit ton of first read attempts. That's got to change, and you can just see it in the numbers.
Wow, that is impressive, man. Great job. Nino always does his research and looks at film. Tennessee defeats Kent State 71-0.
I need to talk to Sampson. Holy shit. 9 touchdowns on the season for this ball. Yeah. I'm talking about straight beast mode for this guy, and nobody's really talking about him. Like, shout out to the community. They constantly are in there saying that, why isn't Sampson talking about his top run? He will be this week. Don't you worry, folks. He's literally grinding out there. And did you happen to see? I hate bragging. Boom is gonna be a little star for me a little later when I talk to him. But I hate bragging about my guy Nico. But did you happen to see the throw to Braswell?
No, I did.
It was like a 60-yard bomb. And he did it like flick of a wrist. Led the guy. Braswell didn't even slow down. Full stride. Boom.
Really?
Touchdown. You go back and look at it. He only had 173 yards passing. Man, it's just cooking, bro.
Yeah, I need to keep that in the mental Rolodex. After we record, I'm gonna go get my wings, and then I'm gonna watch that play for sure. Oklahoma defeats Tulane 34-19.
Jackson Arnold was dominant.
Oh, okay.
On the ground again. 14 for 97 and 2 touchdowns. Led that running back room again. We're playing college football in it, right? There's 2 sides to the offense, right? What's going on here? Throw the freaking ball. He's a quarterback.
Yeah.
Defense saved him in this game. I'll tell you that.
Tino and Mona killing me right now. That is hilarious. Notre Dame defeats Purdue 66-7, and my sentiments was, who cares?
66 points and still not a goddamn passing touchdown for Riley Leonard. But the backup Steve Angeli had 2. You don't say. So they can throw the ball. Just Riley Leonard can't throw the ball.
Oh. And another who cares game. CU Buffs defeat Colorado State 28-9.
You might get a little mad at me for this one, but Shedeur Sanders is balling. I'll give him that. But he's putting a target on his back.
Oh, he is.
Whether he was right or he was wrong. Because, see, late kick Josh, I haven't really seen eye to eye with him lately. But I see eye to eye with him on this one. Because you come from the same neighborhood I come from.
For sure.
Don't talk shit. Don't make subliminal messages. And then when I hand you your ass, bro, come say to me, good game. Nah, that don't work like that, bro. You made it seem like you felt away and that last year when you felt that way, you made it very apparent that that's not how it happened, right? Like that quarterback said his piece before that game. It made it seem like
he ran his mouth. Like he was there in Landon or Oregon, and
he got ran out the room.
Right, for sure.
And then he wanted to go up to homeboy and say, hey, by the way, good game. And it's the wrong, it was the wrong type of person to do that to. Like, because where they come from, that's how they handle business.
For sure.
Where we come from, that's how you handle it.
Right.
You come to me after running your mouth and want to shake my hand at the game, I'm probably just walking right by.
And here was my sentiment, because Jalen is in 100% with ingredients with you and Late Kick Josh. Here's my 2 cents. I think that if he wasn't a quarterback, I'm okay with it. But because he's a quarterback, he needs to start conducting himself a little bit differently. We seen the exhibit he put on post game last week, where, listen, if you win, my teammates are the reason we win. If we lose, I'm the fall guy. I have to be better. That is what leaders do at that quarterback position. Quarterbacks are held at a higher regard. So when you look at it, you know it's going to get overblown. And you're right. Where we from, don't come shake my hand, or I might punch you in your effing mouth. So I agree with that standpoint. But you are a quarterback. You're supposed to be leading men. Like, when you go to the NFL, these are guys that have been getting paid, and they're going to be looking at you like, yo, can you come in here and come in this locker room, and can you lead us?
I'm with that. But where's the dogs? Usually the quarterback's going to shut his mouth because there's some grizzly bear looking MF on the other side or up front that's not allowing you to get in the vicinity of his quarterback.
Right.
There's nobody. Nobody's being that. So he got to be the bulldog, unfortunately, and that sucks.
Yeah, and that's a great point. And I did see that Travis Hunter and him had the offensive lineman standing behind him after the victory. What did he do?
Why behind him? Be in front of him.
Right.
Like if that was my asset, that was my ticket to the show, that was the dude that's going to make me get noticed. You ain't getting within an arm's distance of homeboy.
Oh no, it's not happening. It should never happen.
Especially after that shit last year.
Right.
You know, like
what happened? What happened to Travis Hunter? So
and he took it like a champion.
Right. Where are the offensive linemen at? They
the
have a role in this. Yeah, they have a role in this too. You don't allow anybody to touch a quarterback. I remember Richie Incognito said this about Tyrod Taylor years ago. It was an interview. Richie Incognito said, "I dare somebody to touch him." He said, "To this day." He said, "Go ahead, lay it." He said, "Go like this." He said, "You won't even get that far." And he was telling the reporter that. He said, "You won't even get that far." He said, I will now allow it. We'll talk about Florida and A&M a little bit later. So, while College Game Day may have been live from Columbia, South Carolina, there were certainly some fireworks that we get to a little bit later as far as that LSU South Carolina game. But we had fireworks in Columbia, Mizzou as well, for a matchup between BC Eagles and Missouri Tigers, with Missouri winning 27-21. You know, I tell you, me and you do Debbie Darlings, it's right now, because I'm filling in for the great D now, and I enjoy those episodes because we get to talk a little bit of ball, but we try to save as much as we can. But I shared sentiments with you yesterday that I think there's always too much movement in the AP poll. Sometimes I just want to wait and see, especially earlier in the season, and I thought that BC didn't deserve the right to be taken out of the AP top 25. And I'll go ahead and I'll let you get to that. But what were your takeaways for the game? And then also get to that point, that do you feel like the BC Eagles should still be in the top 25?
I said to you yesterday, I would have been cool with teams if they got, and I'm not taking anything away from Illinois.
Right.
Or A&M. I like Marcel Reed. We'll get to that in a little bit. But I don't think that saves Notre Dame face already. That game, Florida wasn't anything.
Right.
Like, they weren't even ranked. So you beat an unranked team in the SEC that's supposed to be shitty.
Right.
Like, why does that get you in the top 25? You know what I mean? Say UNLV, Memphis, you wanted to put them in. They're undefeated. I'm cool. with that. Like, I'd be all right with that. Illinois, they're undefeated. They're doing well. Pat Bryant is balling, bro. Nobody's talking about him.
No,
right?
they're not. They're not.
Kari Franklin seems to be alive again since I haven't heard from him in 2 years. Making one-handed catches. But I thought losing by 6 to an SEC team, to a top 6 team in the country, maybe stay in the top 25, right at 25. Like, NIU went up and didn't play. Don't make sense.
That's bad. That's real bad.
Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. If anything, like, I could see Illinois going ahead of them. You know what I mean? Like,
I think in their logic, they purely went up just because Notre Dame beat Purdue 66. So I guess beat them, 60. So I guess the win means that much more. AP poll they must be stopped, bro. They do this to me every year, bro. They must be stopped.
I said the off chalk shit. Like, the powers that be are having fun with this.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 16 team. Well, in the end, it's going to be 16 team. It's a 12 team playoff, right?
Mm-hmm.
We get to pull the plugs and put the pegs in the holes for now until it's necessary for us to stay locked in. Because we also discussed when it comes to playoff, they don't really do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
When the rankings come out for the college football playoff, you got to do something crazy to jump a move.
It's consistency for sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm okay. I'm not mad. I'm not, happy about it either with them out of the top 25. I think after next week's game, I believe that they'll be Michigan State.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me that a W over Michigan State can't put them back in the top 25 when Texas A&M just beat a terrible Florida team and they got them in the top 25. We were already there, dude. Like, I don't want to hear this shit, right? Mm-hmm. So as far as the game, the inexperience showed here in the second half. They were able, Eli Drinkwitz outcoached Bill O'Brien for the simple fact that they were able to get Boston College to play their football, Mizzou football. Right? Where was the run game for Boston College? This is what you were privy on for 2 weeks, right? Just running the ball down your throat. Even when Thomas Castellanos was airing it out in that first quarter, right, against Duquesne, they ran the ball. Like, they averaged good amount. Oh, why Kai Robichai utilize some of that? I'm like, he averaged 5 yards per carry in the first quarter. They were up by 30-something points. They didn't need to run the ball. They could do whatever they wanted to do at will. They put in second stringers. Turbo went off for 76 yards in that game. He's a third-string backup. But they did what they wanted. They didn't run the ball. They tried to keep matching. Once it got to the point where Mizzou took the lead, took a little bit of the wind out of their sail, the big burden play there, you got to remember, we had them at a 2nd and 59. 2nd and 59, people. Like, I don't even know if that's ever been done in college football. So they were in it, but and this is something I talked about with my Kevin and Matt Hutchinson, like, will they play down to other teams? Will they allow the other teams to get them to play their type of ball and get off of their scheme? I think Mizzou was able to get them off the run game, get them to try to play this explosive type game, right? Defense on both sides of the ball, great. Defense on both sides, great. There was pressure up the gut from both teams. I just think that they got off their game plan. And Castellanos missed a couple throws, okay? In early fourth quarter, there was a drive there, I want to say around 7 minutes to go, where he hit Jaden Skeet for like 2 or 3 plays in a row, open plays, like 8, 9 yards, 10 yards, 7 yards in a way. Had him deep, probably would have broke one for like 40, overthrew him, nobody around him. So, but he's not a pure passer. You're changing a kid who was the number one, mobile quarterback, rushing quarterback in his class, and you're trying to make him, into a dual threat, more of a pocket passer. So he's doing well. This was a true test. They lost by 6 on the road to the number 6 team. I'm fine with the outcome. There's no moral victories in the loss. I'm fine with how they played because I can see why they lost. This isn't them losing to NIU last year because they were in shambles. You know what I mean? They had no identity. They came there, they played their ball for half the game, maybe halfway through the third quarter, and they got manipulated. I think they can fix that. I think as the season goes on, I think they're going to go home and Bill O'Brien's going to be like, all right, this ain't happening no more. We're playing our style of football, and we're going to beat teams our way because we have the defense that allows us to play our style of football.
And I want to shout out you, man. That CFB Prime episode that you guys did last week, the amount of people that y'all had in a building, it's just incredible to see. And you said it. You said, "What a time to be alive!" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the energy is back in Chestnut Hill. So it's great job, man. So are you going live tomorrow? You doing BC tomorrow, or you?
Yeah, I'll be doing a CFB Prime BC episode tomorrow.
I'm super excited about that.
the spots coming in and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I feel like we get the best of both worlds, man. Especially with CFB Prime and what you do with the other teams. And I love when you bring on guests, and also with Garnett's Rules because we get inside information. Sometimes I'm a little hesitant to ask you because I know you're saving some bits and pieces.
So
Yeah,
we can dip dabble.
Alrighty, so I foreshadowed a little bit earlier, but damn if we didn't have a good game in Columbia, South Carolina, with LSU winning with a little bit of controversy, 36-33. Nino, what were your takeaways from that game, man? I know we got Garnett Rules, so just mention that, but what were your biggest takeaways from that game?
This offense is becoming one-dimensional here. Cool. We had 75-yard run from Sellers and a 66-yard run for Raheem Sanders. It seems as though there's some explosiveness back there, but they're struggling to throw the ball. And it's to the point where now I expect at least 3 to 5 sacks a game, and that shouldn't be the expected outcome, right? We watched that last year with a true pocket passer who wasn't enough mobile to spread, and continue plays. Now you got a kid that we need to develop, okay? And the main thing he's doing is running for his freaking life. Like Josiah Thompson, 4-star lineman, looked great week 1. He's taken a step back progressively every single week. Allowed a QB hit and a sack this week. 3 sacks again. It's just this. I said it last week on the episode. It's Breyer's vanilla ice cream, dude. Like you can't get any more plainer than what South Carolina is rolling out there every week. The fact that they beat Kentucky and Kentucky almost beat Georgia, it's mind-blowing to me. The fact that Mazio Bennett, as a true freshman, is probably wide receiver 1 when you have a 5-star freak of nature in Nick Harbour out there that you can't figure out a way to use. Mind-blowing to me. Like, I don't know. This game coming up against Akron should be the get-right game. Should put up 40, and you should see a balanced offense.
For sure.
But there was controversy in this game. I don't want to use those as excuses. But
I like
two
that.
pick sixes taken off the board.
That's crazy.
One, they said Nussmeier got hit by Kennard. It was like a rough in the pass. Bro, he was running, and then I talked to both sides. He was running on an angle. It was as clean as this wiping your ass after you're done. You know what I mean? Like it was not dirty whatsoever. The worst one for me is the Robbie Ashford pass to Mazio Bennett, where they called it offensive pass interference, right? There's a screenshot on X. This not within an arm's reach, a defender within an arm's reach of a guy, except for the guy got Mazio, who's stopping Mazio Bennett from going forward. Yeah, Mazio Bennett gets called for offensive pass interference. I don't. It's just absolutely stupid. There was 3 plays. Yes, big swings, but those are they could have won. They were still within 3 points, and they still could have won the game. They got to be a balanced offense. The run, you let a true freshman in Caden Durham run wild on you. For the last 2 weeks, I've been bigging up Beaumont Scott and Debo Williams being cloggers and applying pressure up the middle, and they got ran the fuck over. Like, on a team that was struggling to find a running back, to find an identity in the running game. You got the first game he got a chance to, he ran you right over. There's some signs of life. And right when I think he's going to rise up like the Undertaker, we flatline again. And then beep, beep, beep. One of them, whether it be Sanders or Sellers, will make some kind of wild play, give us life again. We'll put 6 or 3 on the board. Think we're good, play a close game, and then in the end, they're going to disappoint you. And it's been 2 seasons of this shit. I'm kind of getting freaking tired of it. Like, and I mentioned it slightly. I'm going to mention it in Garnet after this, but like the new AD change, bro. Watch out. Yeah. Watch out. That's all I'm going to say.
Great take, Nino, per usual. Texas A&M marched to Gainesville and took a 33-20 victory back to College Station. Nino, talk to me about your takeaways from the game, but a coaching change is to be expected. Who are some potential candidates you're eyeing, and I know a couple of them because we talked about this in a Green Room post game show yesterday. Also, looking at the recent lineage of this program, is this a job? And I'm talking about this Gainesville, this Florida job. Is this a job that a coach would be gun ho about? Yes, the resources are plentiful. You will be able to recruit, but if you look at recent memory, they don't really give coaches. You better get it right, and you better get it right early. So, how do you feel about that?
Start at the end and work backwards. All right, because is Florida a destination? Yeah,
for sure, absolutely.
The talent in Florida alone is stupid when it comes to high school football.
Oh yeah, the pipeline is crazy.
Billy Napier may suck at being a coach, dude, but he can bring guys in. Okay,
he can recruit.
You're gonna win You bring the right guy in Florida, you're gonna win a championship in Florida before you win one at USC.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna win a national championship in Florida before you probably win one, minus this year if it happens, at Ole Miss. Okay. You're going to win a national championship at Florida before you win one at Utah.
Yeah.
Now, I'm naming names of guys.
I see what you did there. I like how you did that.
But those guys aren't available right now.
They are.
They're not leaving the season. They're not coming mid-season. So it would be after the season.
Yeah.
Well, I know a guy. That seems to always make strategic comments. I've been saying this for 2 years now. Just recently made a comment that said he'd go coach Michigan for $25 million a year. Well, Michigan doesn't have a coaching opening. So, why would you say something like that? Since you coached at Ohio State, already. And you've coached at this school once before. And you won the national championship. And
had a lot of success.
Had good success with a gentleman who was a mobile quarterback. Had a decent arm. DJ Lagway is a mobile quarterback with a great arm.
Fantastic arm.
Urban Meyer don't say stupid shit for no reason.
He doesn't.
And Urban Meyer is sitting at home just waiting for a phone call. If Florida listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now. We hear all the stuff about how they've already garnered all the money, right? And the $26 million buyout the Boosters already have. It had a meeting, no big deal. Yet he's not fired. It's Monday. He's still not fired.
Right.
Okay. When are you gonna fire him? The day before the game? You're gonna put all that pressure on the interim coach, right? Is he really gonna get fired? Because I've always said, and this is why I think the Boosters got pissed for the same reason I said he was gonna fuck himself. If you go to DJ, that's how you save yourself this year, right? DJ's got all the talent in the world. He's inexperienced. I'm going to develop him. We're going to go through this roller coaster of a season. There's going to be bumps and bruises. But if he had DJ as a starter and stuck with DJ instead of going for one quarter with Graham Mertz, which you knew the ending to that movie, I don't understand why people keep watching movies expecting the endings to change. It don't make no sense. If you went with DJ, this conversation we wouldn't be having. The conversation they had Sunday morning with the Boosters in Florida would have never happened. Because they would have gave you time, would have bought you leeway. They wanted to see what you could do with the young fella. You screwed yourself here. You may have shortened the window a little bit. But the fact that he's not fired this morning, I think speaks a little bit.
It was Jeff Hafley like. Remember where everybody kind of knew, the beginning of October, things were looking bleak for Boston College and Jeff Hafley, and he was able to win a whole bunch of games. Yeah, but he left
on his own, though.
He left on his own because Boston College was able to get it together. I don't think they lost a game in October last year, and then you couldn't fire him after that. Bowl eligibility, but you kind of heard the rumor mill that that the brass was unhappy, the Boosters were unhappy, fan base is unhappy, and here it's like imagine being him. Of course, you got to block out the noise and you got to focus on this next game. But goddamn. Oh, we got the money.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's not the 26 million. People are confused. Yeah, my friends. It's not the 26 million. It's probably the 45 million that you paid these kids to commit to your school.
Right.
whatever DJ Lagway's getting, right? Whatever your other freshmen this year are getting.
Mm-hmm.
Because Billy got them guys here.
Right.
Billy got them to commit. Now you shit can Billy.
Who walks?
Do these guys stay?
Right.
Do these guys say, okay, this is right now? I'm on a job interview, homie. I'm doing whatever the hell I want to do.
Right.
I don't give a shit who the coach is because it's all about my numbers and my resume.
Right, because it's a contract year essentially for everybody. You know,
if they get rid of Billy, it's a contract year. Or they can ride it out. They can see how Billy does with DJ for the rest of the season. There's no candidates right now. You can line up your candidates, right?
Yeah.
If it's Urban Meyer, if it's another coach, we all know there's back no business going on. I want to hear, oh, you can't do that. That's tampering. Quiet the fuck down. They do that shit all the time. You can line up your next guy, right? And you just instead of just hey, shit can Billy with 3 games to go. Now you just got an interim coach like you did Cadillac, right? Hoskins took the fall with 3 games to go. We'll let Cadillac build a little bit of a culture, get a little fire buzz going over here, and we'll bring in our guy. I thought he was going this morning.
Yeah.
I honestly thought he was going this morning. The fact that he's not going this morning makes me think that we're going to see a little bit more Billy. His job's not saved. He's not going to be there next year. But there's going to be a few more games of Billy Napier.
Yeah, that is interesting. And I love what Boomer just said Florida hasn't been right since Urban left. I think there's just been a couple guys that they jumped the gun on too quickly, but they were so used to winning with Spurrier. Then they had then it was Ron Zook, and then they canned him early. Then it was Urban Meyer, and then we had a couple of coaches. But this thing is going to be interesting because if you do get rid of him sooner, like you said, it's contract year, and then do we have kind of that mass exodus that we've seen at Texas?
You're going to see guys doing whatever the hell they want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Whatever they want to do, he ain't gonna be running the routes you're supposed to be running. He's gonna be doing what these guys are gonna be doing, whatever the hell they want to do. So I would be surprised if they did it right away. I think there'll be a few more games under the schedule to go before they let him go. But I'm gonna tell you a hot take right now.
What's that?
I think Conor Wegman's played his last game for Texas A&M. I don't think he sees the field again for the rest of the season. I think he hits the portal and he's out. Marcel Reed brings to that team something they haven't had in 3 years. Since Johnny Manziel. Explosiveness. Wow. You have to account for the dude in the backfield because he can beat you. He shook a dude. That guy's boots are still on the field. The cleats are still standing there from Saturday. What he can do, the element he brings to that Aggies offense, it's been a while since you've had that pop in College Station. I don't think Conor Wegman plays another game for the Aggies again.
That is a hot take.
And that was my guy.
I know. I know. I know how much that had to hit you here. The bigger the rap sheet, the bigger the winning percentage of X Kirby. Boomer's ready for P2P. My man is active and he is ready to go, man. It's a pleasure as always. I know we'll be in here grinding. You got 2 more shows to do tonight, man. But hey man, send some shout outs, man.
Yo, my man both sides took time away, but the guy on that roost doesn't die. I'm still grinding the show. My man's still part of it, even though he's not there. We still conversate. We're still working the screen. P2P is back, bro. We're gonna be
I'm excited.
We're gonna be recording an episode tonight. Me and my man Boomer.
I'm so excited.
The opening thing is the AP Top 25, and then the first topic we're getting into is why is Florida football in college suck right now? Both coaches are probably going to get shit.
When does that episode go live? I can't wait, man.
I'll probably drop it Wednesday night.
You probably drop it Wednesday night. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll record it tonight. We'll drop it Wednesday night. That seems to be a free night for us on the schedule in here over at CFB Nation.
Okay, it's busy, man.
Yeah, it's busy. We're locking up them days and stuff. Right. So. Yo, we got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. A lot of games coming. I get a Saturday night ESPN 8:30 game. Red bandana, Michigan State, BC game this weekend. Come on.
That's red bandana game? Hey, you get to see Aiden Charles, though.
Oh, bro. ESPN 8:30. Let's
crazy.
Go.
That's crazy. Have you been to a night game at BC?
No night games. They didn't have any. They had a 3:30 start last year.
Right. Right. Oh, that place is gonna be electric, bro. I'm not
Actually,
sure.
the Florida State game was that night, but it was away.
You're right. I can't wait. This week I haven't decided where I'm going. I went to Liberty last week. Liberty was amazing.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of shit on X. I'm not getting a lot of shit. I'm hearing a lot of shit that it seems as though Caden Salter's come down to earth, but he's super efficient this year.
He's really efficient. I've seen him frustrated, and it's frustration that I don't know if it shows on TV, but it shows while you're at the stadium. Like, Director Mike looked at me a couple times like, what the hell is going on with him? Like, he's just like, he's angry, like he's just yelling at offensive linemen. He's getting mad about the play call. He took a couple of brutal hits this last game, and he's obviously frustrated. He's very frustrated. This is supposed to be a big year for him.
Right.
They're doing okay. They're undefeated, but something isn't quite right. And I hope that they fix it before, because they got 2 big games on their schedule. I believe they play both JMU and then they play App State as well this year. So I hope they figure it out before then.
I know his passer rating is through the roof.
It is.
I think he only has like one. I don't even think he has a pick.
I don't think so.
I think he's I think he only has like 3 touchdowns or 6 touchdowns, something like that. The numbers are low, like passing yards are low, rushing yards are low, but
Quentin Cooley did get hurt the last game. I'm not sure how long he's out for.
Not in that defender in the box is kind of.
Yeah, so
James Jointer Jr. should get his opportunity now. For
he's getting his opportunities. Lucas is getting his opportunities, but
Lucas went off, right? Didn't Lucas have 100-something 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, he did. Their fourth quarter ritual where they play "Don't Stop Believing," and they got the lights up, bro. That's it's incredible. It's incredible. But I could also go to Rutgers, Virginia Tech, depending, because I got to work Saturday morning. My assistant store leader is on vacation, so I got an opportunity to go. I got a couple places I can go to. I don't know where I go. I can go to Maryland as well this upcoming week. So I'm not sure where I'm going.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, surprise us.
Right.
On Saturday when you drop the boots on the ground.
Yes, sir. As I always like to say, there are no more victories in the sport that survive and advance while college football has the greatest regular season. My dog need no man. Best in the business. You all take care. Yes, sir. Today I am the governor of college football. Yes, sir. The mayor of college football, aka downtown Nino.